Hey everyone, Pauline here. I am going to loosen up today, this morning, on a piece of paper that I purchased. It's a 140-pound watercolor paper. I'm not really impressed with the quality. It kind of warbled as soon as I put some gesso on it. So to see if I could save it, I gessoed the back as well, but I still don't like it. So I thought it would be a great piece to just loosen up on. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I thought I'd share it with you and you can just watch along and see how this goes. Hopefully it's fun and you're inspired with whatever you see. I might be talking, I might not be, but just enjoy. Okay, so I'll switch. Yeah, I got to turn the camera down to the floor because I am working on the floor just so that I can use long tools and loosen up. All right. Okay, so I think what I want first of all, let's see. Once I use some ink or paint, I might want to lay down some other sheets to protect the floor. My floor is already protected, but you like the wall. If you don't have to get everything dirty and then have to clean it up, that would be the best. I'm going to start with some, okay, loosening up. Because I'm already starting to think. So let's not think. I already can see I'm stopping, so I want to put some paper down. So I go a little bit looser, and I'm going to need to protect my floor because I can tell that I'm stopping at the edges. So I'll just use some paper that I have. And that should help me relax a bit about spilling on the floor. I'm sure it'll be fine, but you know, you got to pay attention to what's getting in your way. Clearly, I'm a bit of a neat freak, and that's not serving me. Just put some paper down. I think I gotta put 2 more sheets just to make a nice little drop sheet for myself. This is just brown craft paper, which is really nice to practice stuff on, and it's inexpensive. I might need to buy some more. But these big sheets of cheap paper are good to have around for cutting loose. All right. Okay, I think I can feel more free now that I've let the edge. Yeah, see that? I just wasn't even feeling like I could go to the edge when I had the floor to contend with. I'm going to keep switching materials to see if I can keep my brain loose and switch. Some compressed charcoal, see if I can think of something else. Maybe some light skipping lines. Doesn't feel as flowy as I'd like. But you gotta try these things out. Okay, here's a graphite stick. That's gonna be nice and big to make something new. I'll be a little bit more thoughtful for a minute, just to be playful but thoughtful. Okay, that's nice. Now, you know, one of the things that I'm thinking about is that I still think while I'm trying to be intuitive, but then I try to pull myself back from that thinking as well. All right, I'm going to see if I can make some just pattern type things. That's not something normal for me. So that's kind of new. I like that. This broke, so I'm actually using corner to corner here. So I get two lines happening at once. That's the first time I've ever done that. I want that wider. Okay. Switching again. I don't want to go too wild with this mama. But I think I might need to, ooh, I like that. Playfulness doesn't have to be really fast. It could be calm and thoughtful as well. This is a brown crayon. Just going to lightly drag that across. See how that goes. Nice long sweeping lines. What's nice about this is that, oh, this is a piece of graphite putty. That could be nice. Bit darker than I wanted. Okay, I'm going to switch to something that makes me loosen up a little bit. I got some black paint, but I might water it down a bit. Just to get a bit of a wash, I think. Let's really thin that out. I'm going to get back a little bit and see what happens. Oh, it's really looking pretty now that I can see the water. The watery quality is quite beautiful. It's coming out. That's really pretty. At first it looked too dark, but now I'm getting a really nice watercolory effect. So I got more water, but I think, well, no, look at it. It's drying really beautifully. So let's just go with that some more. And I'm trying not to make a big mess because I do want to have fun with this. I'm going to switch. Maybe go with something a little bit longer. That was fun, just this little The surprise is what really gets me. That was really nice. This splash and collection. So what it did was it, you know, added a darker area of more interest. And then the splatter across gave this area a bit of interest. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. It's still, you know, there's a lot of restraint here because, of course, I don't want to get paint everywhere. And it's a small paper, you know. This is really beautiful. I think I'm going to work into it now with maybe kind of a crayon that might resist so I don't drag the paint everywhere. So let's see what I got. This is beautiful because it looks really dark, but now it's going to lighten and then I can work back into it. But in the meantime, I've got a wax crayon that I'm going to use. See what that does. And I'm just bringing it over areas that aren't too wet because I can see it doesn't like the wet surface. Yeah, that's nice. I really should ideally be waiting for this to dry, but I don't feel like it. I do want play. If you're anything like me, you might feel like scribbling and making a mess is the only way to play, but I don't think it is. As a matter of fact, I like being a little bit more mindful. Just because when I go nuts, I actually find it's confusing to me. I think you really have to honor who you are and your ways of being. Now that was a nice surprise. This wet paint dragged through with this crayon, so I might just try to hit another area that way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, that's the crayon. Let's see what else I've got. This is probably going to make a real mess because it's chalk marker. Maybe I'll put some gray in. I'll try gray first. Then I'll give this a chance to dry. Okay. I'm trying to also be aware that my fun can happen through my body movements and also being cognizant of just the energy that I have already in this piece and following along with the energy I've created rather than trying to just inject something brand new. I want it to feel like it belongs. So that's quite nice. As a matter of fact, I could see a really big crayon of gray looking good with this. Oh, that was the gray. Where is it? Here we go. All right. I'll try the white chalk. I have a terrible feeling it's just gonna make a mess. It's not been activated yet, so I'll have to do that. Here it comes. Well, that's one way of activating a marker. Ooh, oh, I like this. It's very free. Adding a little bit of frenzy. I don't want that everywhere though, but it does add a nice little quality. Oh, that was actually, I kind of like the smear quality of this. Because now I can bring this gray that's on the end up into this area without ruining that nice quiet area. And of course, you know, you can always paint over it. Yeah, this is feeling good. Not too crazy though, because I don't have a lot of these loops. So I can add a few so they feel like they belong. Look at that. That's a cheap marker for you. All right, I'm gonna stop with that. That's quite, I'm liking this. All right. What's next, what's next? Ooh, this is one of my favorites. The Lyra graphite pencil, and I'm gonna use that because it makes beautiful dark lines. So. You gotta dip it a lot though, that's the only thing. Which is making me think of something else. I'm gonna try and see what this does, dipped in water. Could be messy. I won't go too crazy with it. It makes a nice big line, darker line, which is quite beautiful. But I know that it's going to move when I add more water, so that's important to remember. It's also breaking up in the water a little bit, so that's something to remember as well. Okay, I've got some thicker paint here. Just stir that up a little bit. Maybe a little bit here. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry now because I want to work back into it with some white. I don't really want to make anything too muddy. Maybe something washier here when it dries, but I think some light going through here to break that up. But I don't want to get too, you know, this is supposed to be fun and playful, right? What have we got here? Something to make me think differently. How about some gray? lighter gray perhaps. I think I better stop. Just for now. Maybe I'll get back into this and then I'll fire up the camera again. But I really want to let this dry so that I don't just make a big mess. I think it would be nice for it to be fun, and also I get a chance to respond to it rather than choke it with a lot of energy and ideas, you know. I want to give it some space. So that's my thought. I don't think it'll take too long to dry, so you might see me again a little bit later today. Okay, well that was kind of fun actually. I don't know, you know, I had to adjust though both sides of this sheet because it's not the best paper, but we'll see. Maybe I can save the pack and just use it for this kind of thing, right? Who knows? We'll see what happens. Well, that was kind of fun. Let's see who's here. Tamara. Oh, great. Hi. Treating yourself to play in the art room for my birthday. Well, happy birthday. Well, enjoy. I might be back in again to work on that, but have a wonderful day. It's raining and soppy here, so it'll be fun for you to just play and see what happens, as I have. So I will save this, and if it doesn't come in, I will upload it for you guys. Okay? Have a great day.